Welcome back! By now, this is part 3, so you have probably seen parts 1 and 2, and if you haven't, then shame on you. But, as you know, I'm Jessica Cameron, and now you know this beautiful lady is Denise Gossett. She is the founder of Shriekfest, runs Shriekfest Radio, and also a brilliant actress. I can't wait to find out more. I know you can't either, so let's jump to it. Now, jumping back to Shriekfest, because I realized I forgot to ask, something that I was really interested by was the fact that you do a micro shorts category.
Yes, under
I've never
10
heard of
minutes.
that.
10 minutes and under. And we get a lot of those.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I felt they needed their own category. And it's amazing. I mean, we've gotten 1 minute shorts. It's really incredible to have an entire story in 1 minute. So it can be done, guys. It can be done. The winner of the super short this year was Peep, and I think it was 8 minutes. So, and it's a complete full story and scary.
See, I really like that differential for me. I think it's something that's really unique. And did I see that you do a trailer award as well?
Okay, so you might be thinking of the commercial contest.
Sorry, yes.
So the commercials, it has to be about Shriekfest, under a minute, and it's free to enter. So people get quite creative. Like this year, the winning one was Colin Costello's, and they had this man in the tub, and he's all bloody. And he's screaming, "I've got money, I'll do anything." And then this person comes in with this disgusting mask and cuts off all his fingers and toes and leaves one. And he's like, "Why would you leave one?" And she pulls up her thing, and it's a woman. It's supposed to be me. It says, "We only need 19 because it's the 19th year." And so then it was like Shriekfest, shrieking for 19 years. And that was the winning commercial. So people get creative with these, and the top 2 screen at the festival and in Orlando for no entry fee. So people will whip these things together and submit them, which I think is so cool and fun.
So you do the commercial contest every year.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun.
I also really appreciated how you had the awards sponsored by various people connected to the industry. Because again, I'm like, oh, the extra networking.
Right. It gives their company a little something, and it helps pay for the trophies, too. So I'm always looking for ways, like, how can we keep costs low, you know?
Well, and let's, before I forget to mention it, too, talk about your trophies. Who designed them? Because they're clearly designed.
Daniela Batcheva is the one. It's fun. It's so funny. She had volunteered for me one year, and she's an artist. She's amazing. And I had mentioned to her that I'm looking to redesign the trophies because we had tombstones in the beginning. And so literally less than a week goes by, and she sends me 3 drawings. And I open the first one, and I'm thinking, please be good, please be good. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cute. I open the second one. It was our trophy. I go, oh my gosh, this is it. And so I told her, and she was like, great. Well, now I had to find someone who could sculpt it. That was difficult. I finally found someone in Texas. He sculpted it, made the molds. Then they have to be made with resin, hand-painted, blood splatter, the whole ordeal. But they're amazing, aren't they? Oh,
They're beautiful.
Love them.
Very heavy, like deceptively heavy.
Yes, they're like 5 pounds or something. They're heavy. I had to ship one to the UK today, and it cost $100.
Oh,
I know.
Aw, but that's so nice that you did that for the filmmaker.
I know.
Right? That's really, really wonderful that you took on that cost and didn't make the filmmaker be like, you have to pay us $100 to get your trophy.
The first place I went to, it was $300.
You ended up going USPS probably?
Yep.
They're usually, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're where I go for everything because they're just so much cheaper than all of them.
Yeah, I was amazed.
But also, another good tip, always check the costs and expenses on everything you can, filmmakers. You'd be shocked how much something that's like $300 one place is $100 at another place.
Exactly. Good tip.
Right? Well, and how much now do you get hard submissions? Because we're talking about mailing stuff. I would think that has to be virtually nil.
Yeah, it is. It is nil. I think we got 1 submitted on DVD and 3 hard scripts. But everything is online now.
Now, what is your standpoint on a DCP? Do you require them for your festival screening?
No, but it is going down that road. It's very interesting because the quality is so amazing. But I do not require it because I know it's like $8 a minute or something to have them made. I'm looking into a place that can do them to help give the filmmakers a better deal if they want one. So that's my goal for next year, is to find a place that will be reasonable and help. Most of them, I would say 92% had DCPs already.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
you can technically make your own on one of the, it's either Final Cut or Premiere. That being said, you can't test it.
Exactly, and that's the problem.
But the thing about it, though, I've had ones that were friends of mine who've had one that were paid for and tested, and then it didn't play. Because again, like, there's just so many people touch it, and that, like, if any one of these people in the process after it's been tested drops it or mistreats it, it won't play.
Right, and we had one this year. It was on a big thing. I've never seen one like this. It was, you open it up and it was all like this silver box. I've never seen one. And it would not play. It had been jostled, and my projectionist said, this sort of format, if it is jostled too much, won't play again. So yeah, you have to be very careful with them. But most of them are really sturdy and...
Yeah. Oh yeah, but anything, dropped enough.
Yeah.
That being said, another good tip is to always bring multiple Blu-rays that you have tested. It is shocking the amount of times I've had friends who've had, ironically, one was like at a big screening that they paid for out of pocket, and their Blu-ray and their DCP didn't work. I was like, why did you only bring one Blu-ray? Like, no.
Yeah, you have to
You bring like 5.
And that's an excellent tip. I always tell the filmmakers, bring something in your pocket. It's not going to hurt you to carry it, but at least you have a backup.
Yep.
And then with Raleigh, when we sell out the main theater, we add another theater.
Which is so great, by the way.
So we ended up adding 3 theaters to Greenlight and 2 theaters to Stay Out, Stay Alive? No. Oh, crud, my brain is not working. Do Not Reply. So it's great because we were prepared. We knew that was going to happen. So we had DCPs worked into every theater. But if we didn't know it was going to happen, and you can say, here's my Blu-ray, we're golden.
Yep, which is so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how important do you think it is to support the film on social media when doing a film festival run?
Extremely. It shocks me when I meet filmmakers that they're not on there at all. And I tell them, so I do Shriekfest radio, and every time I interview someone, I'll say, are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? And often they're like, I can't stand that stuff. I go, I know you can't stand it, but your homework is you need to get on those, and you need to tweet something to me or tag me in something so I know you did your homework. And they're always laughing, and I'm like, trust me. Because if you build up your following now, when the time comes for you have an opportunity for a big job with a studio or a TV show or whatever it may be, and you can say, I already have X amount of followers, it's only going to help you.
Well, if it's not a requirement, I don't know about your experience, but acting-wise, about 30% of all the roles I get booked on, my social media is a factor. So whether or not they tell me directly, I got hired because of it, although I guarantee you some of those I solely did.
Yeah.
It is a important factor. And I've even seen at many, many castings now, they'll ask you and write down, like, on the back of your headshot how many Twitter followers you have.
It's absurd, really.
Oh, it completely is. Also, because the other thing is, to me, like, it's so easy to buy fake followers.
Right.
So, like, they have to be real, authentic, and engaged. Like, 10,000 engaged followers are so much more valuable than 150,000 bots.
Exactly.
Right? The difference is 10,000 followers can buy a DVD. $150,000 bots can't do anything but misspell comments that don't make any sense underneath your picture.
Right, exactly. And you work hard at social media.
Oh, I love it. I think it's like a huge asset, but it shocks me how often like filmmakers don't understand, and that's something I tell everyone for like a festival run, like if you want to do it, you have to be active and engaged on social media.
Truly.
Like you just need to, because number one, it helps you, I think, to get in or to make awareness of the film. Your best chance of getting in a festival is when, in my opinion, a reviewer is like, oh, okay, yeah, I've heard about this movie. Yeah, you know what? I really want to see it. Let's watch this right now. And you've already got that like one hit of marketing.
Exactly.
Like I think like the core rules of marketing are that you have to see a product 7 times before you make a purchase. In general, that's why you see Heinz ketchup on multiple shelves. Not because they ever sell out the 600 bottles that are on the shelf, but they want to see that marketing hit.
See
exactly. So like subconscious. So I think, like, if that person sees that tweet or sees somebody else comment on Facebook or that Instagram picture and then they see it pop up on their, like, to be reviews for Shriekfest list, like, will it guarantee that you're getting it? Absolutely not. Can it help you? Yes. It's, again, like, you're building up excitement. You're building up this expectation and this joy, which I think is so important in everything that we do.
Exactly.
And it just shocks me how often people, like, don't think of that. Or, like, after it, I would say you want to build it before you need it, so it's there when you want it.
Exactly.
Because when you need to have it,
you're not gonna have time.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, like, quite frankly, too, like, when you're shooting a movie, so much easier to build up social media pages for the film itself and you as a filmmaker. Because guess what? Your actors, most of them are going to be on social media when they're sitting on their ass on their phone. A lot of the time, they're on social media. They can just as easily tag the movie that they're bragging about being in as they cannot. So start it early. You know, and
Exactly.
also, too, like, the other pro tip, something I do all the time, legitimately, is I will pick my favorite PA or my brightest PA. It's almost always Jack. Love you, Jack. And I will literally have Jack take, like, each of the crew members, be like, hey, would you mind signing into your Facebook? Jack is just going to invite your friends to them one at a time, because it's a tedious, like, invite process, and you can only do, like, 500 a day. So that'll be one of Jack's jobs, where, like, every day, all of the crew members and cast,
to be friends, or
invite them to like the film's page, so that you get a couple thousand people really quickly, because they're like, oh yeah, my friend who posted that thing. Now keep in mind, expecting the actors and the crew to, like, spend the hour and a half it'll take to be like, invite, not realistic. However, my PA Jack is happy to do it.
That is
so
awesome.
He's on set just being like, sure, invite, which is fantastic.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Go, Jack.
Yeah, and everybody is super excited.
Jack, you want to come to
Shriekfest? Everyone's so excited to be on the film set, which is when, like, all the endorphins are high and people are having so much fun.
Right.
So, like, again, your chances are this person has made a post about how cool it is to be doing the thing that they're doing. So then they're sending out, like, an invite to like this page of the movie that you've seen. Again, another hit of marketing.
It is so important. And on the big TV shows and stuff, they require actors to do so much posting. Yep. It is in their contract. That is the way of the world, unfortunately, but that is what's happening.
Thank you guys so very much for joining us. Thank you so very much. I am so honored to speak with you. Stay tuned for all the other episodes. I'm going to link them below, and I'm going to link all of your socials. Please, please, please follow up. If you're a filmmaker, submit to Shriekfest. If you have a film that fits as per our earlier discussion. You know, if you made Gone with the Wind, then maybe not. But also, why did you make Gone with the Wind? That being said, I will link everything down below. Be sure to follow up, stay engaged, and also hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We produce new content here every single week. Everything about horror and indie film, which, as you know, it's a passion of mine, and it's a passion of yours too, which is why you are here. 10 billion bonus points if you join the Patreon, where you can get signed swag, access to Google Hangouts, and early access to videos. Thank you.